I hope these things make some sense and are useful in some way. That's just the way I see things. So makes it easier. I'm a freaking lazy bum. I haven't tied my shoes in 10 years. I just slip them on. Seriously, to me it's like I gotta make it as easy as possible. I think a lot of friends of mine, even in college, I was tempted to get super complex, and my brain is not fast enough to do that. And so my brother used to say, "Man, your brain works so fast." I'm like, "No, I'm just freaking finding all the shortcuts because I am so lazy and cannot think that fast." So just one F sharp. I mean, there are a lot of times where I don't even know what I'm going to play. You know, some blues guys will go like, and they'll sing what they're playing, and they're like really advanced guys who can play like, they can kind of hear what they're doing. But I like to play stuff that I don't even think I could ever even sing because I don't even know what's going to come out. I'm just looking at the board and going, F sharp. Okay, here goes. I cheated. I did an E flat. Sorry. But yeah, that's the way my mind works. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah.
Yeah. You obviously pay a lot of attention to your harmonic progressions. I've noticed that you're also very, your playing is very dynamic. A lot of attention to dynamics. Is that like a concerted effort that you're making?
Yeah. That's about dynamics. Is that a concerted effort that I'm making to have so many dynamics when I play? And for me, it's born out of sometimes a little bit of anxiety and boredom. Like I get kind of bored when it's just for myself when I listen to music. So I'm looking for peaks and valleys so I can stay engaged and interested. And also I love like Ravel and Debussy, and it's like those are records that I can't really put on to fall asleep to because it starts off so nice and it's like all these crazy trombones and French horns. Whoa. So that's sort of the music that I like listening to, really dynamic stuff. But yeah, I mean, I guess I just like keeping my attention, or keep my own attention. And I'm so kind of like scattered that if I can keep my attention, I'm hoping that I can keep someone else's attention who's not as scattered as I am. But yeah, dynamics, I don't know, it feels almost like an NBA Jam, the video game. Again, a video game analogy. Like if the attributes, like I look at it and go, I was hearing an American NFL player the other day talk about how after he won the Super Bowl, he was already thinking about the next game and I can get better. I don't feel that way because that would be just like overwhelming. I don't want to live my life always trying to push that damn rock up the hill, like not syphilis. What's his name? Sisyphus. I don't want to quote me on that. Yeah, that's not a life that I want to live personally. But it is fun to me when I'm not thinking, oh, I always gotta get better. I gotta do better so that God or people like me more. I don't want to get caught up in that game because that is just, I'm going to lose that race. I'm going to die one day and then I lost it. So what I want to do is like have fun with it. I'll look at it and go, man, this is really cool that now I can do all these things. So I'm like, what else have I not even thought of? Oh yeah, dynamics. All right, let's work on those today. And then, oh man, I haven't recited in a while. So for me, it's such a subtle shift, and I don't even know if I'm making this up. Maybe I actually am being Sisyphusian. But to me, I'm just thinking, if my intention, my heart is in the place of enjoying the fruits of playing the guitar and singing, then it's worth it to me, and so it's fun to think of stuff I got to work on. But I mean, like singing I had vocal cord surgery I was telling Jerry back there, I had about 4 months ago. And it was for a congenital birth defect that I tried to sing on for 27 years, and I kept breaking my voice. And so I couldn't really develop that until very recently. Like literally 4 months ago, I started really training and learning how to connect and all that crap. And that's been fun. Like it's dynamics. Okay, that was a part of my life, and I'm still working on those. And then, oh, cool. Well, now I want to learn how to sing without blowing up my voice. I really like looking at an area that's untended and just trying to tend it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you said that you really like to know like what each chord is that you're playing. So when you learnt John Mayer's songs for his, sets, what did you do? Did you just learn a lot by ear or by?
Yeah, I wish I would have brought my book with me. I actually, I really feel like, what do they say about luck is preparation meets, success or preparation meets luck?
Luck favours the prepared.
What was that?
Luck favours the prepared.
Okay, what she said. Yeah. So I like that. So yeah, like that so I've been really prepared whenever I go into a job or performance environment, even if it's in front of 2 people. Like honestly, I've done gigs for $50 in LA, and for a random person, just a friend who doesn't even really gig, just did it for fun. I thought, oh, well, I'm not doing anything that night, so I'll do it. And I practiced the crap out of them. And then there was a producer in the audience, and I've done so much work because one of the 3 guys was a producer. So I like seeing things that way. Not so much how can I get work, but more like I'm being hired. This is important money to this person, so I'm going to do everything I can to. I don't know. I see music as like a service industry, so I'm being a service to you. Here we go. So learning John's tunes, it's also the pressure of like, whoa. I mean, I want to really do well at this. So I charted out. I think we started off with 50 songs, but I just charted them out with like the chord changes and any important melodies that I would need to maybe play. So like for slow dancing, I wasn't going to spend like 4 hours transcribing the exact 8th note, whole quarter note, down to 8th. Like I wasn't going to do that. But I did write, C sharp minor to A, add 9 to E to C sharp minor to like A major 9 to E. I wrote that down, and then I listened to the record, got his voices, and listened to what part of the guitar, part of the neck he played it on. Because sometimes you can hear if it's like a wound G versus. I can tell you didn't play it there, so here. And then just charted them all out. And the cool thing was on this tour, he didn't want us to play like all the parts of the records. He wanted us to be free. So it was actually easier to learn than some tours. So it was just, what are the chord changes? What's this form? What's the structure? Sweet, let's go. I did have a book at home, actually in my suitcase, of just like every cover or original he's had us learn. And and if anyone's ever interested in doing session work too, or already is doing it, these days people don't really write music and give it to you to play. They don't expect you to sight read. It's kind of, Broadway is kind of like the last bastions of that sort of work. So, or like a session, like film scores. So what they'll do is they'll play a song, and you just gotta have your pencil and paper ready. Just knock out what key it's in. Okay, we play it one more time. Cool, get the form. Great, let's do like 4 takes of whatever sort of sound you want. So, to me, I'm like, learning for a gig is the end game. The beginning game was like, I want to know so that when a producer's like, I like that shape, but it's too bright sounding. Okay, that's less bright. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, or they're not going to say shape. I like that feeling, but can you make it darker? Sure. No, like that chord is just too standard. Okay. No, it's too jazzy. All right, cool. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Having those voices on my finger. Can you play it higher though? Sure. That doesn't sound right. Oh, maybe she was saying like having. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I meant to say. So doing all that homework beforehand for years or days or months, whatever. When the time comes and someone's asking you for a different feeling of an A chord, you've got freaking 80 options. That's really important to me. Yeah.
Couple of questions regarding your songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Just what is your mental process you go through, if you have one? Maybe it's different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And you spoke a little bit before about working on your vocals as a guitarist, as predominantly a guitarist. What have you done to build your vocals over the last few years?
Cool. So the question is about my own songwriting and also about like building my vocals versus guitar playing. My songwriting process is it started about 2.5 years ago when I was listening to a lot of Neil Young, and I just fell in love with his lyric approach, and I was learning all these songs for a gig where I had to sing backgrounds, and so I saw his lyrics and was just like, I don't know if you know this song. What is it? Shoot. Tell me why. That's off after Gold Rush. Tell me why. Yeah. So, what was the first lyric of that? Tell me why. No wait. Does anyone know the first lyric of the song?
Sailing heartstrings.
Oh yeah. What was it?
Sailing something.
Yeah. Broken. Oh yeah. Sailing our ships through broken harbors, out on the waves in the night. Still a searcher. No wait. Shoot. There's another one.
I am alone.
Ride his dark horse, racing along in his fright. Right. So I remember seeing that lyric, sailing hardships through broken harbors, and my mind went, I want to be a songwriter. Like, I want to do that. What the heck just happened there, lyrically? So lyrics are the first thing for me, as far as songwriting. They don't come first, but they're the number one thing. So most important. Yeah, and that's for me partially based on a like resentment that I'm processing with the current like music system. Of like, man, it's not even so much that it's selling something that I've personally tried in my life and hasn't worked for me with the drinking and all that stuff. Not that drinking's bad, but just like the whole lifestyle of like, yeah, you only live once, and yeah, if you keep living that way, you will only live today because you might die. It's unsustainable. But so there's that element, but there's also the element that frustrates me of the copycat situation. Like, oh, art industry's dying, so therefore let's copy everyone else that's also dying. To me, it's almost like, what if cars were like, or what if horse and buggies were like, oh, cars came along. Well, let's just copy every other horse and buggy until we're extinct. You know, so I have my own opinions on music right now. So lyrics to me are important. Like to not, if I'm going to offer, like again, music, seeing it as a service industry. If I'm going to offer something, and it's only going to benefit me because I'm going to get more rich off whoever's listening to it and gain fans, and then see you later. I'm going to go to the Bahamas. I don't see that lining up with the reality of like a 90-year life. Like I don't see how that makes sense really at all. So lyrics are like, okay, so if I'm going to sing a song, it's got to open up some part of someone. It's got to at least be honest. I don't want to offer suggestions or tools to people through my lyrics that are going to like subconsciously destroy their lives. I don't want to do that. The lyrics are like so important to me. I fine-tooth comb, I mean, even from like the to versus from versus above. Like, what am I really trying to say here? What have I actually experienced that I'm trying to offer? So yeah, that's the most important thing to me. But I have a lot of unfinished songs that I had in a book. Like I have like 300 ideas. And before I started writing songs, I was just playing lead guitar in Carney. And my songwriting voice is very different than Carney was. So it wasn't really, hey, let's do Zane songs. It's like, well, my brother's songwriting is so cool. Actually, I don't know if I can sing it. How's it go? Oh wait, no, that's yeah. Oh, where'd you go? I think it's time to know. Oh, what's up? It's time to know. There she goes once again. This is my brother's song. She's a kind of girl that drives a poor boy insane. As she strolls down the lane, I forget the words. How's it go? Shoot me to how I feel. Oh, there she goes. You know, I think it's time I let it know. Oh, there she goes. I don't think I can wait another day. So his stuff's awesome. It's like real like jazz, and he's like, what's happening? My stuff's a little bit more pop, probably. So it was like, I didn't write songs in our band. Until we kind of broke up. We're on hiatus, you know? So, all these 300 song ideas that I was going to bring to Carney, I just started going through them and just trying to, oh, what does this mean? All right. I'm trying to finish this song right now. I have no lyrics, but we're running out of time. Dum dum on my mind. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum. Always is a long way down to go. Dum 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 I don't have the lyrics yet. It's just the guitar part. I think I want to call the song "Show Me, Baby, You Know How to Dance," which might seem opposing to what I said before, but it's it's about the. I was in a relationship where it was like this whole game thing, and I'm like, yeah, show me that you're gonna keep doing this dance, and then it'll blow up in the bridge, and the relationship will end, which is how it went down. So. Yeah. So I don't know. That's one idea. I mean, I also have another idea. This helps. I mean, this is just insight. I'm not done with these songs yet. You know, I'm writing with my sister right now. Try melody and chorus first, I guess, in this song. So, I don't know. I guess everyone has their own path, but to me it's sort of jigsaw puzzly. Partially because as a jazz player, it was hard for me to write songs because everything works to me. It's almost like spiritually. If someone's like, there's this guy G.K. Chesterton, this like philosopher dude, writes, used to be a journalist. He's dead for a long time, but someone said to him, G.K. Chesterton, because he's a Christian, and they said, why are you so close-minded? They always try to say about Christianity, and you're so close-minded. And his response, which was not a defending of Christianity, I thought it was really profound. He said, he's like, well, how would you prefer that I be open, sir? Would you prefer that I were like a swamp, who where everything's allowed and the water can't be consumed by most animals? Or would you prefer that I'm open like a river, who has focused currents, is endless, Which sort of open do you see? And for me, jazz-wise, that river analogy kind of makes sense. Like, anything is okay. Like, whenever I'm in a session, someone's like, oh, that's bad. I go, ooh, I don't agree with that. I mean, I don't think it works.